What is up, guys? Your boy Body back here, bringing you a little tips and tricks video on how to be a better rush jet pilot. First things first, I always run air radar, ECM, and guided missile when I'm using a rush jet, solely for the fact that you don't need rocket pods for anything unless you're trying to hit snipers and you can't necessarily aim too well with the main gun. And second reason is the guided missile is a great tool to use for spotting and just finding other vehicles and stuff like that. Spotting for your teammates, spotting snipers, all kinds of stuff. You see right here that I gained altitude right away and I use it and I saw the chopper was coming right at me. So I want to go low, this way he can't lock me, and sure enough that's exactly what he did. And then right here you see I just predicted that, and now I used the ECM and I went straight up right here just for the fact just to stay off grid from their jet for a second. And you see here that he bailed out, and since the jet is gone, your next priority is going to be the chopper. And he's retreating back to his base. I guess he got hit with a stinger. And there you go, the chopper's down. But you want to prioritize your vehicles when you're in a jet. You want to make it, your jet is your top priority, then your chopper, and then your ground vehicles. And right here, this is the Amtrak. I normally like to go for the Amtrak first anyways, because that's a mobile spawn point, and that makes it so they have to spawn at the carrier, if not on a squad mate on the beach already. And I can see they're in their A gun already, which sucks. But now I'm gonna hit their LAV, which is right here, and it looks like he was damaged for something, so he was an easy pick. And right here, you'll see I'm just getting some space, just giving them their space. I'm not gonna hoard the carrier because I don't want them to sit in the A gun all game, because that's just a pain in the ass, and it just means that I have to always watch myself. And right here you see I'm using the guided missile. I'm just spotting. I didn't see anything, so I went off, and I'm using my my first person point of view, and that's an extremely useful tool because you can use it to do what I just did there. If you don't have a view to use your guided missile, you just use it and you spam the spot button, you look around, and you see I'm using it here again. I'm just spamming the spot button for everyone on the ground. You see I see all those fires and shots, and I know that it's the LAV and the Amtrak. I also see their jet here, so I'm going to prioritize their jet first. And I don't know what he was doing there, but I guess he was trying to roadkill some infantry. Not with all those light posts, but you see here I guess he thinks he's something, so, and I get him right here, or at least I disable him and then he bails, because that's what all scrubs do. But now that that's gone, I can worry about just going out using the start button. Again, you can use the start button too, because if something's spotted on the map, you can see it, and that allows you to go over and hit them. Now you see there I didn't use my guided missile solely for the fact that, again, you don't need it because these cannons are extremely powerful towards all vehicles. So you really don't need to shoot it unless you really feel the need, because most of the time the Amtraks and LAVs run smoke on rush, so it's not a big deal because they don't have much armor to worry about. And but yeah, you see here that I was using the guided missile. I saw that chopper, so I'm going to prioritize him. I'm just going to go slow just so I can have the chance to line it up. You don't want to rush it and just miss all your shots. Line it up, take your aim, and just take them out. I mean, you don't have to have perfect aim, but as long as you can land your targets, that puts him in the position that he knows you're there, and that makes him want to not be out over the field, and that makes it so he can't kill your teammates. And now you see it here, everything's clear, so I don't see any air vehicles, so I was just spotting for infantry. And you see right there, I saw the jet using my first person point of view, which is again a very important tool. And that just let me see him, and it's a heads up. Use it all the time. Fucking lightning just struck right outside my window almost. But yeah, you see here that he's just circle jerking. And I think I catch him right around here. Oh, well, the ground caught him. Same thing. Now you see I pressed start there. I saw boats and LAVs or Amtrak, so I'm just going to go out. I'm going to look. This way I have time to line up my shots and hit what I need to. I see the LAVs in front and the Amtrak's in back. So I'm going to go for the Amtrak first again because it's a mobile spawn point and you don't want them to have that. And there's your Amtrak's down. Now I'm going to come out, just again get some distance so I can line up my shots and come in for that LAV. because again, vehicles, when there's no air vehicles, is your top priority. And there you go, your LAV's down, so now your infantry is all clear on the beach. The only thing that they really have to worry about right now is snipers, and that's not a big deal because I think they have it handled pretty well as far as snipers and stuff. And you see I pressed start there, I did see something, but I'm not worried about it because I would rather go land and make sure I'm at full health just in case their jet gets up. And you don't want to be low health in these jets because again they do an extremely high amount of damage towards all vehicles. So it's better just to be safe than sorry. And a little trick too for conquest jets like the F-18 Hornets and the flankers, when you're landed like that, you can ECM and it'll give you a little bit of a smoke cloud, just a little bit of a coverage from snipers and stuff. But that doesn't work with these because they're glitched out and they show flares instead of ECM. But it's not a big deal because I wasn't too worried, and you saw that I used my first person point of view and I saw the jet. And there you go, I see the chopper and the jet, so I'm going to prioritize the jet first. Go after him because the chopper is retreating, it looks like. And your jet's down, and now I can see where the chopper's at because he's lased. And that's an easy pick too. Unfortunately though, when air vehicles are lasered, they get off air radar. So it's like I guess it's some kind of glitch. But it didn't really matter because you can still see them either way, because they're laser painted as long as you're running guided missile. Again, you don't need rocket pods for this unless you're just going after snipers, but even then it's harder because you can't see them. And you can see right here the guided missile gives you an opportunity to spot everything and look for them and get accurate shots. But I didn't necessarily see this guy because my monitor is not too big, so I was just putting shots down there just to kind of suppress him a little bit, scare him, make him fall back so he doesn't shoot any friendlies. And again, you know, just getting a little bit of space so I can line up shots. And you see those shots coming from their base, but he's literally almost still in their base, so I didn't want to engage him because I don't want to spawn camp and have someone just jump in the egg on and sitting there all game because it's a pain in the ass. Just hearing those tick 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 shots from it. And you see there that I spotted, I think that's the Amtrak, and you know, I want to get that out as soon as possible just so they can't spawn on the beach or anything. And I see their LAV here, and I don't know why, but I did shoot a guided missile, just I guess it was a special occasion since it was Aiden, she's my buddy. And you see that the LAV is down now, so now I'm going to go for the Amtrak because I did see him coming up on the beach. Turn around. And you see me using the first person point of view again. You saw the Amtrak was just lasered there, but unfortunately their jet got up, so I wasn't able to go after the Amtrak, and he bailed, of course, figures. But you see now that the chopper's up, so I'm just going to break off, make it look like I don't notice him. Just go low and just kind of let him think that he's okay for now. And I'm going to go over these hills, and then I'm going to stay low again because, or no, right here, he knows where I'm at, he's following me, so, and you never want to hit a chopper head on because if your gunner's any good, he can definitely disable you. But you see here that right when I passed him, I went up high because that's the best thing to do when engaging a chopper. Is you want to go high, and then once he gets high, you want to go low. This way you have to force him to make moves and not have a choice. And again, you know, I think he was running air radar because he knew where I was pretty well, and he was able to keep on track with me. So I knew he had air radar, so I just had to do what I could, I guess, just go even higher. Hopefully he was low enough, and right here I did manage to get him. I made a good play right there, just going up high. And now I'm just coming around, I'm just spotting, and I see this LAV or Amtrak. I didn't want to put too many shots because I didn't want to hit my teammate right there. Since it was already disabled as well, I didn't need to put a whole lot of rounds. And again, right there, I just pressed start just to see what's going on, you know, find some infantry or something, and I did spot some snipers. So I'm going to use my guided missile, but unfortunately their jet got back up. So I got to prioritize the jet first, and I missed all those shots just because I don't know, I couldn't aim right there, but it's not a big deal if you can't hit your shots right off the bat, as long as he's not a direct threat, which he wasn't because he wasn't even looking at me and he didn't know I was there, it looked like. But you saw he just crashed into the ground. So now I'm going to come back after these snipers, and I see two, and I pick one just because he was standing up like an idiot, which is a great sniper, you know, standing right up in the middle of a hill. And now you see I pressed start there, I saw an Amtrak or an LAV. So I'm gonna go after that next. I think it was the Amtrak, and I don't know. It's hard to tell. Yeah, that's the LAV, just because of the shots. And I think that was your Amtrak or two boats. I wasn't sure. Oh no, that first one was. I don't know. I think that first one was the Amtrak. Just that was the main gun, the 50 caliber, not the grenade rounds. You see the boat, and I see it. So I was right. That first one was either the Amtrak, because that's a tow missile, and the Amtrak doesn't have tow missiles. Or that's the Amtrak that I just passed. I don't know. I can't tell. They all look the same now. But you see there, I saw the chopper, and I didn't want to go up high because he was already looking at me, so I stayed low so he couldn't lock me. And now you see, I see this jet's coming at me, so I'm going to turn, and I was going to scissor roll here, but the chopper was there, and I didn't want him to get shots on me, so I just ECM'd and went high, hoping the jet didn't see me go up, but he did. I mean, he wasn't able to get me, which I was lucky. He was close, though. And now we're in a little bit of a dogfight because I know who this is. He's a friend of mine, and he's a pretty good pilot, but I mean, I can still beat him. It's just all about keeping your speed too with these jets. It's hard because they don't have afterburner, so you know you want to keep these between 300 315 like most jets, but with these it's a little different. You want to hold it a little less on the upturn. You want to be at about 320 when you start to go up. That way it puts you right at the speed you want to make your sharpest turn. But on the way down, you know, it's a pain in the butt to do speed control with these. I mean, I was never great at it, but you know, I made it work. And there you go, I got him. Boom. Again, he's a buddy of mine, so he should know better. But you know, how are you gonna get better if you don't go against better people? And now you see here, I'm just landing because I want to repair again just to make sure that I'm at good health. Because you never know, if that AA guns, you can easily disable anything at 50% if I was just flying around. Sometimes that would be like 4 shots and I would be at like 10%. I don't know what it is with the AA gun, but the bullet damage is extremely like it varies differently. I don't know. Sometimes it'll do like 2 damage, 1 damage. Sometimes it'll do like 5 or 6 for some reason. It's weird. But you see here that I got up. I instantly started spotting because I knew their jet was down. And I'm just looking, you know, there you go. I got a spot bonus. Just spot away. Use your point of view from the guided missile or whatever. And just spot. And now you see that he's back up and we're doing another dogfight. And I think, yeah, this was a bad position because they were in their AA gun, but luckily he wasn't a good AA gun guy. So I was okay for the moment, and I did manage to get him pretty quick here. I guess I just made a good point, or a good maneuver right there. I just got lucky and made a decent prediction. But you see there, I see something's targeted, so I know something's there, so I'm going to go out. And again, I'm going out so their AA gun doesn't constantly shoot at me, even though he's still shooting at me. And I see that I got multiple things to worry about here, so again, I'm going to go for the chopper first. You know, again, I'm just rolling just not to come at him straight on. Just because I don't want to do that, because if he's got a good gunner, again, he can disable you pretty easily. And if he manages to hit you with a couple of rocket pods, he can even kill you out of the jet from the splash damage. And right here, I figured he was going to drop, so I just went low. And of course I missed my shots, but that's alright because he knows that I'm up. And he's worried about me, and you see 8-inch just got him right there with an RPG. Good shot, 8-inch. I didn't know if you saw it on the kill feed or not, but that's what happened. And I see their jets up again, so I'm just gonna try not to come at him head on. But of course, he wasn't even worried about me. He was more worried about that light post, trying to hug infantry again. I think it was the same kid too. But I don't know. Just kids. Just like those light posts, I guess. And you see here again, I'm just spotting, and I was scared because right here they actually managed to arm the objective. I was hoping that they didn't get it, and of course we're at 3 tickets, so if they got it again, it would have really sucked. I mean, yeah, I would have been able to get a lot more kills, but I didn't want the game to drag on for too long. And you see here, I'm just going for what's targeted just because I can see it. And I lost him in the smoke, but I did get him disabled, and that was good because I do end up getting the kill for that, I think. But anyways, just prioritize your vehicles, your jets, your choppers, and then your Amtraks, your LAVs. and then you can do infantry spots. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time when I make my next video for conquest jets, and I'll see you later.